Hello everybody, I am Sister Slayash and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do this cool Halloween idea. I'm turning myself into a sexy Rubik's Cube, I guess is what you can call it. So we're going to start off by whitening out our lids. I'm using this Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas Concealer. It's a pure white concealer. And I just went in with the AFA brush. I got this offline for like $1. Now I'm patting that product down with some powder. Was actually a white eyeshadow from the James Charles palette. That's the main palette. Well, it's the only eyeshadow palette that I use during this complete look. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side, and I'm just using that same brush to just get a sharp angle with my brows and patting it down with powder as well. So now I'm going to start this little tedious part. I'm using some CHROMAGRAPHIC pencils from MAC Cosmetics in the color Primary Yellow. And I'm also using this blue eyeliner. It's a precision liner from LA Girl. These are very, very pigmented. I was actually impressed at how well they perform. They actually kind of perform better than the MAC pencil, to be honest with you. I just wish they had more colors. So I'm just drawing the outline of my shapes, and that's what you're going to do all over the lid. And you just color them in with the pencil. That's the only part that you want to be as precise with as possible. Just trying to make sure you color inside the squares. If you don't get the outside right, that's perfectly fine. Now I'm using this landscape green pencil. It's a CHROMAGRAPHIC pencil by MAC as well. And I'm just doing the same thing and just lining them really neatly around the brow so I can have a really nice defined shape still at the brow. And I'm just coloring it in with that pencil. And I'm going to repeat this process on both lids and across my nose. Same thing with using the Genuine Orange CHROMAGRAPHIC pencil as well. And you just keep repeating these steps until you get the desired results. And that one is a ColourPop pencil. It's like a red lip liner that I use. I have two of them, and one I use for eyes and the other one I use for lips. Now I'm using this blue eyeshadow from the James Charles palette, and I'm just patting that eyeshadow in just to help keep the blue in place and just give it more vibrancy. And once you continue to draw the little squares all over your lids, you're going to go back in after you fill them in with your pencil and fill them in with eyeshadow. That's what makes the look more vibrant. As you can see, without the eyeshadow, it looks very, very dull. But when you fill it in and set it with the eyeshadow, that's when it's going to pop. So I just continue to repeat this process with my pencils. And that one is an Essence eyeliner, just a white eyeliner. And I just kind of skipped through a little bit because it's the same thing. So you're just going to see it gradually progress really quickly in front of your eyes, because I didn't feel there was a need to just keep showing you the same thing when it comes to just drawing the squares. So it's not a long process, especially if you already have everything you need laid out and you just have an idea of how you want to design your eyes. I kind of made mine kind of like a mask in a way. I didn't want to do my entire face. I just want to do my bridge of my nose and my eyelids. I just thought that would be a pretty cool look. And this is a very easy thing to do. You don't necessarily have to have the MAC CHROMAGRAPHIC pencils at all. You can get some little inexpensive eyeliners and some inexpensive eyeshadow from a beauty supply store. And you can just do like a little Rubik's Cube look for the holiday, not holiday, but for Halloween. Something very, very inexpensive. So now the next thing I'm doing is just underlining my eyelids or my waterline with the Milk pencil in white. I wanted my eyes to appear brighter and a little more open because my eyes are extremely small. So I'm just putting that liner at the bottom just to give my eyes a larger effect. Now this is the tricky part. This is the part where you want to be as careful as possible. And I'm not perfect, no one is. You're bound to make mistakes with this step. And it's okay. That's absolutely okay. But you just want to take your time and move as carefully as possible. And so I just put my liner on. Now I'm putting on these angel lashes. They're a winged lash. I felt this would be the best lash for this look. I didn't want a round lash because I didn't want to take away from the center of the lid. I just wanted to just kind of flare out on the sides and just kind of give it a little extra drama. I normally would not wear a lash like this, but it went perfect with this look. So now I'm just taking my wipe and I'm just cleaning up around my eyes, because I already had foundation on. I probably should have just waited to put my foundation on, but I'm just cleaning up, just trying to make it look a lot neater. So I'm just cleaning up also around the bridge of my nose, just giving it the straightest line as possible. And all you need to do is just drag that wipe across your face and across the top of the side of your eyelid, just to give it a nice, clean, angular, and geometric look. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing there. And I'm just being careful not to go all the way into the design itself, because I don't want to have to do this all over again. And excuse my big red blemish. My face has been breaking out lately, and I just cannot understand why it's so annoying. Now I'm using my KKW concealer in number 12, and I am just cleaning up around my eyes. And usually I would use a lighter concealer around this area to do highlighting, but I didn't really want to do all that because my eyes are really enough within itself. So I am just, yeah, taking the concealer and cleaning up around my eyes. And I'm using a MAC, can't remember the number, it's like a square foundation brush. You want to make sure that you use a brush that is very blunt at the end, something that's going to give you really defined lines and defined shading abilities. You don't want to use a blending brush or anything for this part, because it'll actually probably blend into your design and you'll have to do it over again. So I'm just carefully lining around the bottom of my eyes, and it's also just giving it a little extra dimension as well. So now I'm using my NYX Got You Covered concealer, the concealer that I love that they no longer make. And now I'm doing slight highlighting, because I thought it was going to be enough, but I just wanted a little more, but nothing too much. This concealer is very dewy, and it also has like a sticky consistency, which I actually like that. Because it holds on to powder a lot better when the consistency is a little sticky. So I'm just blending that with my Real Techniques microfiber sponge. If y'all have not tried this sponge, it is the bomb. And if you want to know how I feel about the sponge and if it's worth your money, I put a review up, and I would love for you to watch it just to see what I think, and hopefully you'll try it too. So now I'm setting it with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in number 25, which is a medium deep. And now I'm lining my lips using MAC's Ruby Woo. You probably can't notice it from here, but my Cupid's bow, like my face has no symmetry at all. My Cupid's bow is like so much lower on my left hand side than the right hand side, which is kind of why I usually gravitate towards a nude lip, because color, like bright color lipsticks, actually just draw attention to it. And I'm not hugely insecure about it, but I mean, I just don't like it. But that is why you probably see me try lining my lips 1,000,003 times, because that other side is just way smaller, and I don't understand why. I even thought about getting a lip filler on that side, but I said, I don't know, would that work or not? Deep thoughts. So yeah, I'm just penciling it as much as possible, because I want this lip to be a slight ombre effect. So I'm just filling in as much around the edges of the lip as possible, leaving the center of the lip bare. So now I am just touching up a little bit, and that liner is extremely dry, y'all. When I say extremely dry. So be warned of that. You probably need a lip primer for that. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm going into my lip with Lady Danger, which is a reddish orange. It is a matte color, and that is really it when it comes to the color that I'm using on my lips. I'm not going to add any gloss or anything like that. Yeah, so that does it. You probably see me constantly redoing my liner because, like I said, I'm very, very particular about my lip liner because my lips are not symmetrical. So yeah, that pretty much completes this look. I hope that you try it. And if you do try it, just put your video in my comment box. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and join the family. Love you, boo sugars. Come back and see me.